Number 10, Mortal Kombat 2. Mortal Kombat 2 was superior on the Super Nintendo, so that's why it's so low on my Sega Genesis top 10 list. Number 9, Shinobi 3. This, I believe, was a Sega Genesis exclusive. May have been their best side-scrolling platform game that they've ever made on the Sega Genesis. I'm not sure about that. It's definitely extremely well made. Number 8, Sonic Spinball. I don't know, I just love this game. It's really addictive. I mean, you just gotta play it. If you haven't played it, give it a try. It's a lot of fun. Number 7, Spider-Man versus the Kingpin. This game was really good if you're like a Marvel fan, a Spider-Man fan in particular. It had the ability to web swing, crawl on walls, stick to the ceilings. They had good enemies in there. They really kind of held true to the comics. You could even go back to your apartment to heal, take photos wherever you want, and if you took a good photo of like the villain, you get rewarded for it. Really cool game if you're like a Spider-Man fan. Number 6, Road Rash 2. Road Rash 2, you just want to turn it on, have some fun for about an hour, and that's it. And this game gave you, all the goodie you needed within that space of time, you know what I mean? And it had really good music and just a good artistic feel to it. Number 5, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I like Sonic the Hedgehog 2 best out of all the Sonic games. Don't ask me why, I just do. I mean, it was the first one that had 2-player, it had really interesting like stages of music, a lot of nostalgia tied to Sonic 2, especially like the chemical plant zone for some reason. I don't know, that stage in particular really stuck with me. Number 4, Echo the Dolphin. Echo was a game that was so unique. You just do not, have anything else really to compare it to. So it's kind of like, in Sonic where you're running out of air and you started to panic until you found an air bubble or you could surface for a moment. Well, Echo the Dolphin is like that the whole game. You're always panicking looking for air, and it really keeps you invested in it. The music was so good, and it's just one of those really unique special games. Sega Genesis exclusive. Alright, number 3, Jurassic Park on the Sega Genesis was awesome. You could play as Grant, or you could play as a raptor. I preferred to play as Grant, I guess because the story felt more interesting from Grant's perspective. Like the level design was a little better, and you could select from various weapons and stuff. A lot of fun. They did a very good job. This is one of those few times where they did a really good job with a movie tie-in game. Number 2, Mortal Kombat, the original one. Well, Mortal Kombat 2 came in at number 10 because the Super NES version really did it so much better that, if you're going to play Mortal Kombat 2 back in those days, you might as well play it on the Super NES. But if you're going to play Mortal Kombat 1 back in those days, you might as well play it on Sega Genesis because it wasn't censored like the Super NES version was. So Mortal Kombat comes in at number 2. Number 1, Phantasy Star 4. Now, normally I don't even really like RPG games, but for some reason, this Phantasy Star 4 game on Sega Genesis is just so good that even I'm, all about it. You know what I mean? Phantasy Star 4 had, really good music, really well-developed characters, really interesting art style, all the gameplay mechanics you could possibly want, done just right. It's a quality game. That's why I put it at number 1. Alright, a couple honorable mentions. X-Men 2, Jungle Strike, Comics Zone, Columns, Earthworm Jim, and NBA Jam.